All that pine makes some good heat. Good morning. That sun is out and it feels glorious. Come on, Hope and Daisy. You ready for some food? Hope and Daisy seem to be getting along just fine by themselves. We're gonna be starting a project this morning that we need to get done before the new livestock animals show up. And that'll be in the next video that we're going to pick them up. So we are excited for that. Hope and Daisy are doing great. Those two goats are definitely the loners. Hope was rejected from her mother by birth, so she's always kind of been the lone goat. And then Daisy we got from blue cactus dairy goats, and since she was the smallest female that we had in the herd, she was kind of always the one that the other goats would pick on, more or less, because there's a herd order. So I think she's liking not being that small little goat anymore, and it's just her and Hope. But I think they're gonna like what we're getting in the next video. We have a pile of lumber and metal roofing here that we're gonna be turning into our next livestock building. I'm copying these plans from Ben over at the Holler Homestead. These aren't my original plans. These are something I've seen Ben build, and I like the design, and it seems very functional. It seems to work very well, and it seems like a sturdy build, so that's why I'm copying his idea. Before we do that, we gotta check on Honey and Ham. Give them some morning breakfast eggs. These ones I found when I moved the chicken run, and they had some buried in the corner, so they're gonna get these ones this morning. They love their eggs. Good morning, Honey and Ham. You ready for some eggs? They know that noise. You love them, don't you? You got some yolk on your nose there. Yeah. I figured out how to get them out of bed in the morning. It's with eggs. They love those. As soon as they hear one breaking, they jump out and they come out to see me now. So they're getting good size, not big enough yet to stick out over here. Hopefully in a few more weeks we can get them out and get them in this area disturbing it, and then they can turn this into amazing pasture. It's gonna take a few years, but once we have all these animals out on this grass this year, it's gonna look so good in the fall and then next year. And it takes time. You gotta have a bigger vision picture to do all this stuff because it doesn't happen instantly.
What do you think you're doing? Don't be pooping in the mule.
All right, we haven't built out here since we got the two barns done. We're gonna start on this project now. So I wanna make, I think I wanna come in, let's see, 2 inches or 1.5 inches. And I wanna make a angle so that this will slide halfway decent around so we can pull it. That's one thing I didn't get. We'll have to get some kind of eye bolt or bolt to put on the front and the back so we can pull it easier. So for our skids, we're using 4x6s. Not the cleanest way to do it, but definitely the fastest. Trying to cut 6x6s or 4x4s or 4x6s with a skill saw takes way too many cuts. That'll work perfect. Well, that was a lot faster than doing it with a skill saw, but I can tell you what, I'm never going to be no chainsaw artist.
No?
No, but I got the job done. I'm going to start setting up my layout so I know where to start building. So I'll come back in off of that end some. So let's keep this an inch off the bottom. All right, so that is going to be our roof pitch. So I got to make that 3 more times. So we're going to do 1 on the inside and 1 on the outside. So at least now I know my angles, and I got a template. So I'm going to get this one screwed together. I'll flop this side over, then we'll go cut all of our other pieces, and then we can kind of get an assembly line going. That'll work good. Oh, Mike, I smell laundry. Why am I smelling like clean laundry? You know what it is? I keep dryer sheets in my different outdoor electronical stuff because it keeps the mice away, and that's what I was smelling. Like it smells like a laundromat over here. How come? I am making some spacers to go to at the top of our 2x6s. It'll make sense in a minute. And these I'm going to cut with the skill saw so they're purty, versus if I do them with a chainsaw, they won't be. Not only does this make a good trailer, it makes a good workbench too.
Well, I think that you use everything for a workbench.
Whatever's convenient, I do. All right, those will be our spacers to make it the same thickness as down there. Not sure how wide exactly we want to go yet, so we have it marked for 6 feet wide, and if we don't like that, we'll go 8 feet wide. So that'd be 6 feet. That seems kind of narrow, don't it? All right, so we decided to go 8 feet wide versus 6 feet. 6 feet would have been enough for one purpose, but not for everything we want to use this structure for. So we're gonna go 8. I'm gonna have to pick up some different 2x4s for the ceiling or for the roof. I only have 8 footers. I don't want 10 because I want a foot overhang on each side. So just hold it up, touch it like that. All right, I made it back. I think I have everything I need now. I hope we do. I got a bunch of spruce and fir, 2x4s, 2x6s. So we should be good. And I figured since I had to go out and get some new lumber, I had only planned on making these 10 feet long. So I got some 12 footers so that way we can have a little bit more of an overhang. Hold this in right on that mark and make sure you come to me first. Let me get my end.
Yeah, because we're gonna flush up a lot.
Yep. All right, that's pretty good right there. It's a lot better. We still have more to do, but I'm liking how much more rigid it's getting already. Now, believe it or not, I just pulled measurements and it's square the way it sits. I'm pretty surprised. All right, I put a couple of extra rafters in here just for more strength. All right, we ended up going with the galvanized metal roofing, the thinner stuff, because it's heavier than the plastic, more durable than the plastic, but it doesn't weigh a ton as like the real nice metal roofing. So we've kind of gone like in the middle. I like that. The roof is all done. It's supplying a ton of shade. There's one thing I don't like the way I did it. So I'm gonna go out tonight and pick up 4 pieces of lumber to fix that in the morning. Let me know if you know what it is. I'm assuming I'm probably getting roasted in the comments for doing this. So if it's that, it's gonna be getting fixed in the morning. This is not where we're ending the video, but I need to run out and get raw milk and go back to the lumber yard. I think if it wasn't for this one thing that I'm gonna fix and having to run to the lumber yard earlier to get some different 2x6s, it probably would have been done today. But man, I'm really happy with that. Other than that one thing, it's kind of big. So yeah, I think that's gonna work awesome for the animals when we get them. Good morning. Look at the beautiful sky back there. Ran out last night. We picked up 3 more 4x6s. I have one more over there that I got the other day for the project. And I was thinking yesterday, I don't like not having any supports in the center that are resting on the bottom 4x6 for the roof. So we're going to remedy that today. We're going to have to do a little bit taking apart so we can put a 4x6 in the center and then put the 2x6 back on the outside. I like the 2x6s on the outside just for more rigidity for pulling and everything, but I want the 4x6 in the center for roof support. So we're gonna take that apart and get that fixed up. It's gonna take a few minutes to do that, but man, that's looking so pretty. All right, I am hoping we can get this without taking apart everything. We are gonna find out. There, I like that a lot better. All right, one done. Let's get this side done the same way. I don't like having to take things apart, but so far, I am very glad that we did this, and it's going a lot easier than I thought it would. So far, we've only got one done. Two fixed, 2 more to go. Now we're back where we were at the beginning of this morning, but it's a lot more stronger, which is good. I don't want to build this all out of pressure treated because animals like to chew on things, and if I have all exposed pressure treated posts, they'll chew on that. That's why one of the reasons I like going with the 2x6s. I can't find not pressure treated posts around here. So this wraps it so very little is exposed, which is good. They're not really going to chew on that, I wouldn't think. So yeah. Now we can continue on with the rest of this project.
So here comes the time when it's hard for me because I have to make a decision, but I've made the decision. Hopefully I like the decision. Decided to put the headlock in the center, so there should be enough room on the right side, and there should be room for someone else if they're on the other side.
We got some more text messages from our cuddy back game cameras, and there's 2 more coyotes out last night. One out by the pond again, and then one out here. And I want to say the one out there is a coyote, but it's just the back end. It could have been maybe a mountain lion, but they say we don't have mountain lions around here. So hopefully sometime we'll get a better picture of it to find out what it really is. 1 3/4 from here. 1 3/4. No, this one. All right, this is going to be a temporary spacer so we can get this all figured out. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like I like this design for a lot of different things. You could make a movable chicken coop out of this and like fence it all in if you wanted to, or a run. I'm liking this design and how easy it was to build. All right, put our carriage bolt in. I'm gonna put a washer on in between the two, so I'm hoping that should make it slide a little easier, so we can't over tighten it. There we go. Let's see. All right, I like the washers so we can tighten everything up, but it still moves freely. All right, so now we need to figure out our locking mechanism. Okay, I got it.
Do you take the brace out so that you could hook me in?
Gotta make our locking mechanism out of these 2x8s that we had kicking around. So I just got a delivery from our friend Flair. He came out with beefcake jerky. Can't wait to try this. Got teriyaki pork jerky. I've never had pork jerky before myself. And then they have their original beef jerky.
I want to try original beef jerky.
And then I got some t-shirts. You want to try which one?
I want to try regular beef jerky. Original.
Original. Smells good.
That smells good. Tastes good. You like it?
Mm-hmm. I've been excited to try the pork jerky. The nice thing about these is they got good, clean ingredients. Pork, water, honey, brown sugar, salt, soy sauce, powder. So I mean, there's nothing like, there's no junk in here. Spices, and then naturally smoked. That smells amazing.
Ooh, looks like bacon.
Nice and tender. Want a big one or a little one?
I'll put a little one so I can put it all in my mouth. It's hard when you eat on the camera when you gotta like. Okay, so it's gonna be a problem if it's good because we're gonna be fighting over it. Yep, it's good.
It is. The pork
A
is
little bit more mild.
more mild and it's an easier chew
Yeah,
just because the
thinner.
cup
Yeah.
is thinner.
But
But they're both good.
I'm always an original girl.
I like the teriyaki.
Do I have jerky in my teeth?
I think you're good. Do I?
No, I don't think.
That was some good jerky. It's not gonna last long, those packages. All right, that should do it. Let's get back down below and get these installed. All right, let's get this figured out. So basically, we want it so when it's opened, that, and then yeah, depending on the neck size, we might have to adjust it in or out, but that should be the golden ticket right there. But we could have to do an adjustment. I'm just gonna put 4 screws in on each one, and if we have to later, we'll slide them in. You don't even gotta push the headlock. You can just flip your lock, and that shuts the headlock at the same time. You can just go, bam. I like that. Then we got some forged eye bolts so we can move it around. I got the forged ones because they're stronger. The other ones are just like the metal that's bent. They can spread really easy. All right, so I was kind of conflicted whether to put the eye bolts going this way or like through this way on 4x6. The reason I did them this way is it's sandwiching everything together, and to me it's going to make the structure stronger for pulling, where if I just do it on the 4x6, we're just pulling on the 4x6. If we hit something with the skid, it's more apt to rip it. That's how my mind's working anyways. So we'll try them this way. If it works, awesome. If not, we'll have to rethink it. I have a couple other things I want to do, but I can't do them to it yet because it decided to rain out. So this is where we have to end the video. So we'll pick it up tomorrow right before we go and get the new livestock animals. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. See you guys right back here in the next video. Bye.